This is making me like really angelic here. Going live on Instagram. I haven't gone live on Instagram. I keep going live on Facebook. So I seen that there's like a feature that if I go live on Instagram, I go live on Facebook, something like that. I'm trying to navigate through this world of video because actually in the next couple months I'm going to be doing I'm revamping our YouTube channel. I am coming out with a ton of video that's going to be a mixture of tutorials, motivational stuff, meditation stuff, life stuff, all that good stuff. So I've been playing with live, I've been playing with recording videos, I've been playing with mostly on Facebook, different stuff, and I've been sharing day to day my 30 days to healthy, and I haven't really come on Instagram and shared that. So hopefully whatever it is that I'm doing is something I can save if it doesn't go on Facebook. I don't really know. I'm not sure. Hopefully that's the case. I don't know how this works. So I'm going live because, first of all, this morning I've been like on overload in terms of just my inspiration and kind of like where I'm at today. I woke up this morning, I did a meditation and gratitude, and it was a 16-minute meditation. I use this app called Insight, and you can do a mixture of guided meditations, you can do just listen to music, you can just have a timer for it, and then you can see other people around the world that are meditating at the same time and what they're listening to, which is really dope. So the app is called Insight. So definitely check that out if you want to learn meditation or get into a practice of meditation, because it's literally what has put me on this path of not only exploring meditation, but just going into everything that I've been doing this year. I started with meditation, I built my practice with that. I then went into yoga teacher training school. I was like, I'm not going to be a teacher, this is just a journey, and I'm just discovering so much about yoga that I never even knew was a thing. And so I'm halfway through that, and then I started on this journey with food. And on Facebook, I've been sharing my 30 days to healthy, which I'm on day 27. And I just like woke up this morning. I don't know if it's like the vibe that's happening with the leaves, and it's fall, and I love fall. The leaves are changing. I'm just like really taking a lot of moments of mindfulness and just being really grateful. And I woke up this morning just with so much gratitude. So I did a gratitude meditation, and that just bumped me up a couple more notches in my gratitude practice. So I highly recommend looking into doing something like that. It really is a great way to start your day. But then just like every night, start a gratitude journal where you just write down the things that you're grateful for, and things that just, it could be the simplest things, never mind like your health and life and your family and so on and so forth. Like, I'm grateful for them all the time, but then also start just being mindful of just like the little things that you're grateful for, like the leaves. Like, I woke up looking out my window and like I was grateful for the leaves because it was just so beautiful to look at. So like, I highly recommend that. Live your everyday in gratitude. But I'm certainly like on 10 right now, like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 with my gratitude today. I just feel really good. So with that said, I'm like, okay, so I'm going to be doing something that I have really been like, I'm not sure if I want to do this. I'm a little nervous. I don't know, I'm a little nervous about it, and these things keep popping up, and it's so crazy because I just believe in the power of manifestation, and also speaking things into existence, and things that kind of keep happening that just push you in the direction of your purpose. And I constantly feel like I'm being pushed into the direction of my purpose. I've accomplished a lot in my life. I've had major successes in so many aspects in the beauty world and in business, and I'm just going into this direction where I want to teach other people what I've learned, but then I wanted to do it from a place of wholeness and a place of being healed from life experiences that did kind of jolt me and rock me a little bit. So with that being said, I started following this girl, and I'm terrible with names, and I gotta go look her up and like shout her out when I do this, when I share what I'm gonna share, because she totally inspired me. And then shortly after that, there was like this whole like Facebook shaming post about women that have had children and like their bodies and just like this whole thing, and somebody was defending it, and I was totally like against what they were saying. with the fact that like when women have babies, like their stomach gets jacked up, and like that's not attractive and you need to hide that and whatever. Like it was pretty shocking to read. And I feel like the internet in general, dude, is so shocking to hear and see what people say. And you just got to come to this place of like, what is it are you going to allow into your like your energy, your mind, your psyche, and what are you going to let kind of mess with you? Because we are sufferers of our own suffering, and when we allow ourselves to be around or see or expose ourselves to things that inevitably like make us or let us suffer, then we will do exactly that. We will suffer. And I just thought it was so wrong, the stuff that I was seeing, and I was just kind of like, whatever. I need to block this person or block this post or whatever. I do a lot of blocking and I do a lot of defriending and that stuff, because like I'm trying to, like, my energy is always on high. I need to surround myself with that type of energy and flow all the time. So if you're following somebody that's making you feel some type of way, or that you're just like, who is this person? They are so different in real life than they are on social media. Like, do yourself the favor and just like put up your boundaries. No disrespect. You do what you do, but I'ma do me. And that's been the way I've been living my life this year. Because I just like, it's no disrespect, but I need my peace and I need my sanity, and I just need to love me. And that's what this year is about. 2018 was about loving me and taking care of me, because forever I took care of everybody else and always looked out for other people. And like this year was just like, I'm gonna take that ability that I have for other people, that oftentimes felt a little like unappreciated, or I really felt like, I don't know, like I wasn't getting what I needed out of it. And that's partially because I was trying to fill this hole that was like a never-ending black hole within my own self that I needed to fill, but also I needed to heal. So with that said, I did this 30 days to healthy. I'm on day 27. It's basically like almost done. I can already tell, like I'm like ready to go move on to like something else, because it's 30 days of like a combination of plant-based shakes, detox teas, body cleanses, eating clean, healthy ingredients, reading and understanding what's in your food, kind of limiting your chemical intake, just paying attention to labels. Like, it's this whole combination of things, and you do it with a group of people. And I did it, and I've always been a skeptic of a lot of things, because I've tried different stuff. I'm not going to lie. I've tried different things. I never got into shakes because, honestly, they taste chalky and taste disgusting, and they always tear up my stomach. And I've had stomach problems for literally practically my whole life. I'm in my 30s, in my mid-30s, and I've had problems with my stomach since I was 9. I had food poisoning, and just food in general, like, I had an aversion to. And I always generally stayed really thin because I couldn't eat food. Like, legit, I couldn't eat. It created so much pain in my stomach, and that resulted in just like how I felt about myself. Just overall, I like just didn't feel great moving through life, and I was always in discomfort. And then I just kind of gained I became like immune to it. Like, getting a stomach ache was the norm for me. Feeling shitty was the norm for me. And it was like, if I would basically eat till I felt shitty, because I was so used to that, so it didn't bother me. So like, I was eating terrible foods. And when you're an entrepreneur, dude, you work late hours, you work all the time, you experience burnout a lot, you're constantly on the go, you're eating crappy, you're eating anything that's convenient, because let me tell you, I don't got time to stop what I'm working on right now to eat. Like, I'm gonna just be in my computer, and then, or when I would have clients, like, it was like whatever I could just shove in my mouth, like, and eat real quick. That's what I did. Or half the time I didn't eat at all. Like, I just was so bad at that. And so majority of the time when I was eating, it was crappy stuff. So I tried to tackle food so many times in my life. And when I got pregnant, whatever happens, divine intervention when you are pregnant, no matter, I've heard this a lot. If you have IBS, if you have I think it's Crohn's disease, like all these different stomach related things, they almost kind of disappear when you're pregnant. It's like your body knows you need the nutrients, and your body knows you need to eat food. So any symptoms you had before, disappear. That happened to me. And with both of my pregnancies, I gained a ton of weight. And partially because I was able to eat again. Like, I was able to eat food. Like, just literally just have like a full plate of food. And forever, I could never do that. So with both of my kids, I gained so much weight. I gained like 60 to 70 pounds with both of my kids. And I'm a little person. I'm 5'2.5". And I got big. And I really wasn't big like everywhere. I was just big like going forward. I was gigantic. I look back at the pictures and I'm like, girlfriend, wow, that was crazy. And it was uncomfortable. And I had both of my kids early. And they both were big babies and they were healthy and great. And in between, people always ask me, and I'm a very open book, but in between, I have an 8-year span between my two kids. And people always say, wow, you waited. Everyone always has something to say about that. I'm very grateful, living in gratitude all the time. I'm very grateful for my experiences as well as, to the timing of what needed to be. And so there was an 8-year gap with my kids. However, I also lost 3 pregnancies in between that. And it probably was a combination of stress, not being healthy, always on the go. I don't know. Or just not meant to be, for whatever those reasons are. And I'm pretty okay with that. But at the time, I definitely struggled with it immensely. And I've also been open about talking about depression and PTSD and trauma. And I've experienced trauma in my life. And that definitely had an effect in my mental. So something happens when you get into your 30s, guys. You just start like thinking different. I don't know. That's the hope for everybody. I hope everybody starts kind of getting, realizing, what life is handing you and how to take control of it. Because even through all that stuff in my 20s that I was experiencing, I still kicked ass, dude. It's just my personality. I still kicked ass. I still built businesses. I've just been an entrepreneur my whole life. And it's literally, I live and breathe being an entrepreneur through and through. And I didn't feel comfortable calling myself an entrepreneur until literally I was like in my 30s. I never felt comfortable. I didn't like being a boss. I didn't like labels. I still don't like labels. I don't like attaching myself to a particular label, like I am this. But anyways, I digress. So through that, being a woman in business and being a woman around other young girls that are trying to aspire to something and that also look up to me, it's my job. It's literally my purpose to have experienced the things that I've experienced, to come to this place of wholeness, to be able to give back what I've been able to learn, and also bring to myself that I'd love for other women to learn and bring to themselves, because I know a lot of women struggle, and I definitely was one of them, and I'm still not perfect. I still go through my things. But one of the things that I'm going to share today is my before and after for my 30 days to healthy. Now, I am not a salesperson, okay? So if you ever see me talking about a product, a service, anything that is going on that is related to like buy this, it is literally I'm a researcher. I am a person that researches. I read a lot of books. I read a lot of blogs. I research everything that I get involved in, and I don't get involved in a lot unless I really believe in something and really believe it would make a difference for somebody else. And I don't talk about it until I feel like it'll make a difference for someone else. So this video is one of the things that I wanted to touch on how this made a difference for me, and then like all of that stuff that I just told you about my whole life is going to kind of come full circle, I guess. So with that said, I took pictures today. I just woke up in gratitude. Like, I was just feeling all this gratitude. I did my meditation, feeling great. And then I was just like bopping around my house. Got my daughter on the bus. Like, I'm ready to work from home. I have a meeting in 30 minutes of some big stuff that I'm working on that I'm like so excited when it's all done to share with you guys what that is. So I'm just feeling great, and I'm just like literally my body, I just feel great. And so I was like, oh my God, I should take my after picture now, because I'm so curious, because I just really feel great. And so I took my after picture. That just like amped me up 10 times more. And like, I'm so excited. And when I looked at my pictures, I shared them with my husband, and I was just like, wow, I'm so proud of myself. Like, I really followed through on this, and this actually, I've done other things, and this, nothing else has worked. And like with my, October was out of control, busy, crazy, and I had traveling and all this stuff going on, and I was like, I don't know why the hell I'm doing this, like, this month. And then it's like, and then I'm like, November is Thanksgiving, and I want to eat, and like December is holidays, like, and then it's like January, that's when everybody gets into their like New Year's resolutions and does all their stuff. And I was just like, I'm a big believer, like, I'm not going to wait for a new year to like make some changes in my life. And I just kept feeling that yearning of wanting to make these changes with my food, because it's been something I've been doing anyways for the past 4 months. And I've been researching, trying to find the right products and right things for my body with what I was already doing. So I came across this company, Arbonne, and I'm a super skeptic of multi-level marketing companies. Like, I totally get it, and I never want to be that girl that harasses people and is like, hey, by myself, and then join my team, and then we're going to do all these layers and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's overwhelming, and I get contacted all the time by multi-level marketing companies and people and consultants and stuff, and it is, I have a newfound respect and understanding to their hustle, because they're just straight up, they're hustling and they believe in what they're doing. So kudos and more power to anyone that's doing it, because that's a hard gig. I'm not gonna lie, it's a hard gig, and the skepticism is real, because I know I was a super skeptic. But the woman that told me about this company actually has my name, legit. Her name is Ashley Stone, so clearly I can trust her. And we just like, so we connected on so many levels, and I was already kind of incorporating some of this stuff in a different way, but she had potential products that could help me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to check this out, because why not? Like, I read the labels, I read about the company, I researched everything, and was just like, all right, I'm gonna jump into this, and just like, here's my time to just commit to something, anything to kickstart what I want to do. So I did it, and that was the 30 Days to Healthy. And in the meantime, I talked to her about the business side of what she does, because she is a hustler, entrepreneur, like, just an amazing person, and we just connected on that level as well. And as we got to talking, I'm like, this is so, because I've checked out other multi-level marketing companies, and they're not pyramids. Pyramids are illegal. So, and I get the concept, and from a perspective of business, and basically what I do, I own a company called Beauty Entourage, and I have service providers that work with me, that I get them jobs and send them out on jobs, and it's a whole collective team, and how we operate and run the business. And there's layers and stuff like that. So it wasn't hard for me to wrap my head around the business model of this, because it was basically, I do it with services, they do it with products. So, and their compensation plan was just actually really attainable and smart, and made so much sense. Whereas I've seen others that you gotta hustle like crazy to get to certain levels, and like, I mean, if you really love what you're doing and you totally love the product and the brand, like, girlfriend, more power to you. But definitely, it's really important that even though you might really love something and you go into business for it, sometimes you got to make sure it just makes sense for your pockets too. So that was kind of a thing where I was just like, this is interesting, because this looks way different than other companies that I've seen. So I totally entertained having more conversation about the business side of it, and I loved it, to be honest. I thought it was great. I thought it was brilliant with what they're doing. I think the products are awesome. So anyways, I did my 30 Days to Healthy, and I took my pictures, and I keep like going off topic about these pictures, because I'm going to share them. I'm super embarrassed and like, oh my God, girl, like, with my before picture, like, you were not taking care of yourself. And like, I just wasn't. I didn't care. I just kind of ate whatever. Like, I always ate on the go, and just like, and I knew I had to make changes, because I just got sick of feeling that way. But on top of that, like I said, with my meditation practice, it has put me in this headspace that has literally changed my life, literally changed my perspective, literally changed my approach to things, literally changed so much for me. Like, I can't even tell you, I am the poster child of meditation, but it has led me through this journey of coming to this place of wanting to take hold of the food that I eat and then also what I put into my body. Because at the end of the day, if you're filling your body with crap, and you're not able to operate at like optimum level. Like if you're an entrepreneur and you are burning out and you are eating crappy and you're not getting enough sleep and you are messing with your ability to take yourself to the next level. Period. Like I was a hustler and like busted my ass to do and get everything that I had, but I was depleted, like personally. I was drained. I accomplished so much on the outside, but I was ripping myself apart on the inside to get to where I needed to go. And there's this misconception that you need to do that. There's this misconception that you need to never sleep and always grind. And I mean, my name is Ashley Stone Hustle on here. It's Ashley Stone Hustle because I'm always doing, like, I hustle to survive. Like, everything I have, I've built. Everything I do, I've created. I get involved in things really because I have ideas for it and I want to grow it. And I'm constantly, on that mindset. But, like, people tell me all the time, do you sleep? How do you have time for this? Everyone has something to say. And it's almost like you're saying that because you're limiting your own beliefs and your own self. Don't put that on me. Like, yes, I sleep. Yes, I balance my life, my family. It's a lifestyle. What I do is a lifestyle. And I am working on incorporating a whole full circle of this lifestyle that includes me. That includes taking care of myself, because I actually can't be at my highest best self running all these businesses and doing all these things for other people if I am not taking care of me first. And that was the biggest thing that I learned over the past 2 years. It's been a 2-year journey I've been on. So these before and after pictures encompass so much for me, because it's just like, wow, my journey is just becoming this visual thing that I can see now. I can see the results of how I feel and just like how I'm coming to this place of peace and happiness, and also this place of purpose that I really strongly believe that I was always meant for. So these before and after pictures just mean so much to me, but I'm just like, do I want to share this with everybody? So going back to the fact that I've had 2 kids, everyone always like, yes, I have 2 children, and they are 5 and my son is 13. I have a 13-year-old. I'm losing my mind over it. It's driving me crazy because he's like taller than me and his voice is changing, and like I can't deal right now, and he is the cutest kid ever. Like, I'm not just being biased. The kid is cute, and he, like, is so freaking smart, and he's starting a sneaker business, and, like, he's an entrepreneur, and I'm loving life right now because he's amazing, and so is my daughter. But, like, I've had 2 kids, and I've never fully embraced the fact that after I had the 2 kids, I lost a lot of the weight. I busted my butt to lose the weight. But, like, just the aftermath of having kids and, like, getting bigger. And this kind of goes back to just as a woman and how we body shame ourselves, and how I'm in the beauty industry. Like, it is a visual industry, like, and it can create a complex with so many women. And I'm a big advocate for still looking like you. Don't alter and change who you are or what you look like. Embrace it. That's what makes you more beautiful. Like, and so I didn't always take my own advice when it came to certain things, and I definitely was very self-conscious about my body and just like how I felt and my hair, and I don't do my makeup a lot because I don't really have time. And like, but I should, because I'm the CEO of this beauty company and I should have this particular appearance, or I should look this way, and I should be doing this. And I was super hard on myself about that. That in the end I just didn't have time to do, and it was even more hard about myself on that. So when I saw this post, again, I gotta find her name and share it with you guys, but I was popped onto my little feed on Instagram, and it was like an ad that popped up, and she was in a sports bra and underwear, and her stomach was like completely stretched out, and I was just like, is this an ad? Like, it gave me a double take. Like, is this an ad? So I clicked on her, and then realize that she's a model and like she's had 3 kids and she has a stomach that looks like mine. And I was like, oh snap, like that's crazy. They like used her as an ad. But I looked at her Instagram and just how proud and happy she was. Like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. It matters what you look like and feel like on the inside. And that's one of the journeys that I am on. And being in the beauty industry, I am a big believer that it's both sides. Like I could do your hair, make you look fierce, girl. But if you ugly on the inside, ain't nobody can help that. Like only you could help that. And I've come across some really ugly people in this industry and in business, like some really ugly, disgusting people in business that have treated me like shit. And just literally, I watch it happen to other people, and it's just like there's this persona that you have to, like, that you're supposed to let off as a business person, like you're hardened in some way, or it's all about business and no emotions and this, that, and the third. And I really struggled back and forth with both those things. And I feel things coming full circle into a different light that I'm really proud of, and it's happening for me, and it's how I want to operate as an entrepreneur and as a businesswoman. And that included me just becoming whole and comfortable and confident with myself and loving who I am. So I looked at this girl's Instagram and I was like, wow, you could just see it through and through. Like she just loved herself, and she just seemed, happy and whatever. And of course we look at everything on Instagram and you're like, you see the highlight of everybody's life, and we all everyone is guilty of it. Like, oh, I want that. Oh. And I don't envy anyone else. I know everyone's going through something, but certainly I get inspired by people and things that I see. And I read a lot of quotes, and I'm just always like just looking for inspiration and then blocking out the noise, because there's a lot of noise out there. But her Instagram feed was so dope, and I just love the way she embraced herself. And shortly after, I came across another post, which is on Facebook, that was basically about women that had children and how their, stomachs, how they have stretch marks and whatever. And like the shaming that kind of entailed with that post, and like, I don't know, the disrespect, and then like people actually defending that, and it just kind of blew my mind. And just overall, it just like, and then it made me feel like some type of way that day, and it affected my mood. And I was just like, yeah, I need to go meditate, and I need to clear out that negative energy and just keep on the path that I'm on. So that is the preface that, yes, guys, I've had 2 kids. I've been ashamed of my stomach. I don't wear bikinis. I've been ashamed of, I have scars on my stomach. I've had surgery. I've had issues with my stomach. My stomach in general has been a topic of my life for my whole life, even before my children, because I've really battled with food and issues in and out of the doctors, and I've had gallbladder surgery, so I've like scars on my stomach, and it's just been like a thing. And part of my whole journey is loving myself. And I did this 30 Days to Healthy, and I'm so proud of what I've been able to accomplish. And I'm so proud of this before and after, because it encompasses so much more than just like a 30-day journey. It has been a 2-year journey of my life, coming to this place of wholeness and love and peace for myself and everyone else around me, and just operating in a different way. Because entrepreneurism could beat you down, man. It could definitely be a tough world and a tough place. And I grinded it out. I hustled my ass off. I've grown. I've created some really amazing stuff. And I'm ready and have been always working on taking things to the next level. And that's kind of where I'm at today. You ever hear the quote, I'm not going to say it exactly how people say it, but you are of the 5 people that you keep yourself around, or something like that. And take a look at your circle, and take a look at the people you surround yourself with, and take a look at the things that you're exposing your mind to, and like examine that just for a second. And then start to become aware. Wake up. Who's holding you back? What is holding you back? Are you holding yourself back? Are you keeping yourself from elevating to that next level of where you want to go? Because what is it that you want to attain that you want to get to and that you want to accomplish that you haven't been able to do. And why have you not been able to do it? Are you in your own way? Are you allowing yourself to expose yourself to other people or other situations or circumstances or things that are inevitably keeping you from moving forward, essentially? Because at the end of the day, the universe is always listening. I believe that. And I believe you can manifest into your life what you want if you truly believe it. However, if your actions are not lining up with your words and your thoughts, then you have a problem here. You need to start examining and taking a look at that in your life. So it's so important overall to just take a look and start to be mindful of all of those things, because at the end of the day, every successful person that I know that I've watched rise are people that eventually figured out the same things I'm figuring out now, or that I have figured out. And literally that circle you have, that support system you have, as you rise gets smaller, and you're more and more having to deal with yourself. And at the end of the day, no matter what you're experiencing, it's yourself that you have to be okay with, that you have to love, that you have to care for, so that way you can keep operating and moving in a direction that only elevates you higher. So I am in such love, peace, and gratitude, and thank you so much for all of you watching and sharing in my journey when I do share and post about various things going on behind the scenes in my life. Ashley Stone Hustle is out here hustling her ass off, and that will never change. I'm always doing what I do, but I'm doing it and operating on a completely different level, and that is going to require my full mind, body, and soul to know exactly where I'm going to go, because I want to stay on course to who I am and what I believe in and what is truly my purpose. So yeah, that's my live video for today. I did it on Instagram. Hopefully I can save this and I can share it elsewhere, or maybe it's, I don't know. You guys got to teach me how to use these videos. But I'll get better at it, because I'm going to do more videos in the future for sure. But thanks for watching, guys. Bye.